Okay. Little Devil Inside, despite it all, they're back with more teasers. Still no release date as far as I'm concerned. Man, I mean, this game would have been the deal maker. It would have been the console maker for PS5. I still haven't gotten a PS5. I don't know. Like, uh, it's in development hell, but they seem to be crawling out of it bit by bit. And things have changed. Of course, things are going to have to change. They went through, well, pandemic ages like we all have. And, well, shit. They've come back with a 6 minute, 20-second trailer. Jeez. Alright, cool. So, like 3 trailers worth in one video. Fair. Man, I still want to play this game so bad. Dripping with style. Let's get to the actual video so that I can properly react. Alrighty, so cool. The way that it changes perspectives. And that you're almost locked into a perspective. It takes me back. Takes me back to them Final Fantasy IX days. Those Final Fantasy days, those classic 3D Final Fantasies, where you're just moving zone to zone and you're just panning through this wonderfully stylized background as you adventure. Except this one is more action oriented. Very excited for that. Very excited for that. I don't want, because I'm a primarily a Valheim based channel, I don't want people to assume that I'm necessarily a survival guy. No, I am an RPG systems guy. Give me that, and I'm satisfied, but I have a great deal of deal makers and deal breakers. We'll see how things go with this. Let's see. And, we won't ever really truly know once it's out. And, we've spent some time looking at it. Then I'll probably pick it up. You know what I mean? We'll see. Hamsville. It's fucking sick, dude. Yep. Again, the wonderfully crafted, the black background that takes me right back to it. Oh, style, the lighting. Again, there's a great joy in making what is essentially like a PlayStation PSX or PS2 classic in modern times, because you look at like a PS1 or more specifically like a PS2 classic, okay, and you compare it with a lot of heavyweight modern slop. There's no fucking comparison. The PS2 classic wins. So people choosing to graphically go down the lines stylistically of one of those classics, and also game design wise focus towards that angle, brings great joy to my heart. But just like Valheim, there's a added bonus to the modern technology that we have. Look at the quality of the lighting. The polygons aren't just limited. You're able to smooth out a great deal of the head shape and make a truly unique style, which is what they have here. It's not just limited polygons, it's stylized designs. And, of course, naturally less polygons, hopefully, almost certainly, is going to mean a very smooth running experience, an ease in optimization. I'm all for it, provided it's done right, and we don't know if it's done right yet. Charming looking pub. I love all the little probably hand-drawn, little symbols, and not symbol, like signs and shit, like the detail on the tap, even. There's like a almost haloing in on the characters. Not quite haloing, but blurring. Whoa! This tilt-shifted style is fucking phenomenal. I'm just putting it out there right now. Beautiful styling. Of course, it requires this blurring and the forced perspective. I really like it. There's this one guy that does tilt shift for a bunch of games, and he did one for Elden Ring, and I rewatched it recently. Oh my god, a work of art. A work of art. Like, you truly appreciate the detail in some of these assets once it's put into tilt shift. Wow. Literally a new perspective on things. Just gorgeous. And yeah, Blackwood Forest, I'm all about it. Looks like we're in modern times, but somewhat of a fantasy world. So there's interesting poise that we got. Okay. So I assume that we can visit each of these little sections. I like the score. I like this little ditty. Oh, yo, nice, dude. Okay. That's fucking sick. Oh, it looks so good. The lighting and coloring is so good. Oof, dungeons. Give me that. Give me that right now. Look at the backpack. Big bear. Nice animations. We got the fences, and the animation looked a little weird on that. But it did knock us down, but like I feel like that was lacking in impact animation on the shield in particular. Let's actually go back and watch that one more time. So it's definitely more look at the bear. Definitely more focused on the character. Also, the backgrounds now are super like the jump in realism in the graphics with this background in particular is super high. That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm expecting like a clang, some sort of sound effect maybe. It's almost certainly incomplete, right? Almost certainly incomplete game. So there's room for things to change, stylization and immersion to be added in. I fully expect, should this game escape development hell, finally, that would be added in, and we would have good sound design, good animation, maybe some sparks. I don't want things to go too heavy in particle effects. I hate. I'm talking like Kefka hate, where he says it like 16 times. Final Fantasy VI, you know what I mean? I hate overuse of particle effects just because. Just to show off fidelity. It's like I can't see what's going on the screen, and my frames are tanking. It's like I just want to play the fucking game. But yeah, no. Look at this bear going in. He's going in. I also really like the lantern and taking advantage of the lighting systems with lanterns and shit. I'm a sucker for lanterns in games, dude. I literally have a lantern right next to me. That's all. Because I like lanterns. I just like them. I don't know what to say. They're gorgeous. Yeah, the animation's a little weird. We got some light here. This shit's fucking... Dude, what is happening here? This is like one of the only new things that I've seen from somebody else's video where I had to say, I can't watch this other guy's video. I have to watch the official trailer. I cannot. Like, what is that? A mouth with a tongue? Sample extraction in progress? What is happening? Why are people with gas masks on? What am I looking at? So cool. Brings so much interesting mystery to this game. And I like how the text is just sort of floating off in the distance where it's there, but it's definitely like, hey, this is important info, but like look at the thing. Important thing. Oh. Okay. That type of animation I actually like. That's goofy as hell. I appreciate it. That's funny. Dude, yes. Look at the flies in the air in the light. It's so subtle. But again, that's making use of the modern lighting systems that we have. It's making use of the modern particle systems that we have. But in a way, that's not just in your face, taking your frames, obscuring the vision. Instead, this is very subtly, very beautifully adding to the immersion of this basically this scene that's come out of nowhere that you're traversing through. Barbecue Park, let's go! Ew. Fight. Yeah, so interesting style. So it seems like the lower to the ground aspects, lower to the ground assets, I should say, are much more stylized than the canopy. So the canopy looks more realistic, but you can see with the trunk of the tree, specifically in the light here, and then all this grass here, super stylized. And of course, this beast of burden here, and all the packs and stuff, main character, all very stylized. I actually think that's really cool because you can play on some gameplay with this. There's a lot of emergent gameplay to be had and emergent good game design with this as a design style choice. So the realism on the top really takes you in for immersion in the game's style. So once you look up, you get more immersed, and then you're more focused down around you. All the background noise of all of these leaves that would suck you into the immersion normally, but would be nothing when you're just wandering around, is taking out of the equation because of the camera angles that we're going to have being more flat oriented. So we're going to have our cake and eat it too, in a sense of immersion and stylization. Genius play. I mean, just really well done. What a great idea. So Valheim has this a lot too, but in less of a design. Like, this is on another level. But when you look at like small plains birch forests in Valheim, super cool. Same sort of situation because all the plains grasses with the red flowers, I love looking at that more than I do the noise of the birch canopy. But because the leaves are there, I can get immersed in the moment and continue my way forward and really appreciate, okay, maybe there's some bushes up there. Is that a bush in the wind in the distance, or is that like a creature? Like, what is going on there? And then the devs can always go topsy-turvy on you for a unique mob or a boss or mini boss or tough enemy where, it turns out it's actually in the canopy. And then maybe it jumps down to ambush you or something. Like, something cool like that. So, you're creating an unwritten rule in terms of immersion, and then getting deep into that stylization. That unwritten rule then becomes something that you can masterfully break when the moment is right. Really cool game design. Here, let's lower this volume just a tad, because it looks like we're just getting this OST, and although I like the piano, it might be a little loud for y'all. Let's actually keep lowering it. That's at a good volume. Hold on, boss. What have we got? What does that do? Are we just showing aesthetic, or what's good? What's good here? What does this do? I like the fact that you can like look and wear things, but I see all these different things that you can equip, and I like that. I like varied setups. I like that the stuff that you have, your available options are just shown. You know, a lot of the times in Souls games, you'll have, your thing on your back, but that's in your offhand or your main hand, and you're two-handing the other thing that you have in left or right hand. You know what I mean? But your soft swap options in your setup just aren't visible. You know, you can have arrows equipped and they're visible. That's neat, especially ones that are glowing. That's an aesthetic right there. But to be able to get very casual gamers into the idea of a complex setup or just like an interesting setup, uh, you start simple and then you're adding on from there. Final Fantasy IX is just fantastic at this with the whole gear and ability system being so varied. You start so simple, and the complexities of it just emerge naturally as you progress because it's subtle enough. This, it's subtle enough, it seems like, but also, again, your other options are going to be there, visible to you. You can use them. Don't forget about them. They're right in your face. Boom. Excellent. It just creates good game habits. What more is there to say? I do want to see if eventually there's going to be any stats or anything that we'll be able to see. There seems to be like an inventory that we can just equip straight from the inventory, so we don't need to have what Souls games have, where there's an inventory menu and an equip menu. In Souls UI, there's a inventory menu, equip menu, status menu, which displays information about equip stuff as well. It's like, oh boy. Oh boy. You know, it's not too bad, and I'm used to it after several thousand Souls hours, but come on, man. I like it clean. It can be a little daunting for a player to just first see all the numbers and shit in a Souls UI. This is very clean. I like it clean. I like it clean. So we have an interesting amount of weight too. It looks like we might have, I don't know what this is, like, I don't know if this is an upgrade or durability. I would like to assume some sort of either durability or inventory count. I'm not quite sure. There's a hammer mark, so it might be durability. But then this is a bullet, so I don't know, man. Looks like we have cost here, which that's fucking ammo prices, dude. Jesus. There's weight. Is that 200 kilo? What the fuck am I looking at? 200 kilos, dude? How many? We've got to be buying a shit ton of these, right? Yeah? There's no way. That's adorable. That's adorable. That's very cute. I wonder if this bell is going to have any purpose. I was always annoyed at, like, Souls armor designs when you have, like, Knight, especially Knight in Dark Souls 3. He's got, like, 2 daggers on his chest piece or around his waist or what have you. You can't use the daggers. Like, it's not a it's just there for show. Takes me out of the immersion, man. That's not good. It's like I'm not really gonna use a dagger, but it'd be cool. Like, that's great to have eventually, you know? It's like playing a dark build. It's like, oh, I've got my murky hand scythe. You know, you wouldn't start off with that. Thank God. You know, I could only imagine low-level invasions with murkies. Oh, God. Anyway, you wouldn't start off with the most obscene daggers in the game, but you would build up to it, you know? Having those daggers as options on armors would be really cool. Sure, it would make heavy armor even better than it already is in Souls games, because of all the poise and everything. But, you know, just, like, stick to the immersion. Like, you have a bell on the sheep costume. Is that bell going to do anything, or is it just a costume, you know? I can understand if it's just an embroidered patch that it's like, it's fair, that doesn't do anything, but like, it seems like we're having a lot of mechanical display. So we've got a holster here, we've got a rifle on the back, like, we're set, you know. We've got every strap here for a backpack, lantern there, everything's here. It's displayed. So if there's something displayed on the armor, maybe that's going to be something, somewhat of a hidden benefit that we can make use of. Because I'm not seeing any stats, but I am seeing a decent amount of flavor text. And I remember, you know, just like not too long ago, there was a flavor text of like, this thing is pretty much useless. So if there's flavor text that's going to communicate something as pure fashion, which is good. I'm glad that the game is communicating that something's pretty much useless. There's probably going to be the flip side of that coin where flavor text is going to say there's something hidden here or imply it, and we're going to have to experiment. So sheep costume, what's good? We're getting an ambush on this creature. Oh, look at that thing. Yeah, the weight on this guy's attacks doesn't seem too big. I mean, this is really cool design. Again, like look what I mean prior, like what I said. We have this flat angle where the background canopy and all of its detail, now that we're fighting up close, is just perfect immersion noise in the back. It's done its job. We can focus on the style. Also, look at the detail on its log. That's cool. They got a bush here. So, yeah, just immersive set pieces, style, dripping with style. I just wish the animation was, like, just impact-wise was just a tad better. It looks interesting. I wonder what combat UI is like. I gotta have either damage numbers, HP bar, or both. You know, in real life, we'd be able to, or okay. Third option: enemies once they drop between some amount of HP, their UI or not UI AI changes such that it becomes obvious, and you have to have really exceptional AI for that. Now, of course, we can just have all of this in general. Phases of bosses, phases of enemies. That's fair. You know, AI where like you're fighting wolves and the wolves start to run away at low HP. That's fair. You know, you can set the UI off and rely on the AI. But me personally, I love to get into the game's systems. And because of that, I need some sort of HP numbers or a bar. I need that. I love that. I'm all about that. Let's see these animations in 0.5 speed. Yeah, he just sort of staggers back a little bit from this giant cleaver. And we're in a sheep suit. I'm like, man, come on, son. Okay. Let's actually check these animations as well in slow motion. Weird. So we killed that guy with the previous attack. I like the sparks on that one. Okay, hang on. Sparks on the shield, yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Maybe that's a very good shield. So we got sparks on the shield, a little step back. Okay, cool. Okay. We have like health and stam up here, you know, somewhat. And we've got a 24 frames per second. 24. What? Oh man, I thought the optimization was gonna be pretty fine, but I don't know, dude. Oh, hang on. I believe I just saw a parry animation of sorts. Maybe that was that with the red spark. We have a shove of sorts. That's cool. If we can get some control on enemies, that would be fantastic for strategy. I love me my secondary benefits, man. If you've been a long-time fan of the channel, oh boy, I've been going on and on about secondary benefits. Something different from just a weapon's range and raw damage. Like, what really fascinating properties is it gonna have? Looks like good telegraph on the enemies. Camera angle's a little weird there, where the enemies get in front of you, but we're panning down. I hope we can manually change that a little bit, just to keep things in sight. Or make enemies' models a little bit translucent to phase through you. Maybe you translucent when you're in back of the enemies, mayhaps. Yeah, again, one of those perfect guards there. Sniping these dudes, brutal. You're done. Interesting ring. I don't know what's good with that. Maybe that's just some sort of lock on. Alright, let's go back No. Let's go back to full speed. Yeah. The game needs some optimization there with the rain and such. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Still need some optimization. I love that blue lantern. I want that. I want that blue lantern. What's up with this? Oh. This analysis progress bar is so interesting. I guess it's not a bar, a percentage. Great angle for a town. Seems like there's so many like little anomalies here and there. Like, what is going on? I love these little anomalies. It's like we're part of something grander. There's a narrative at play. Something almost, dare I say, why am I blanking on this fucking guy? Lovecraftian. There we go. Almost Lovecraft. Not quite. Not as far as I can see. Not quite yet. It's something that's almost guaranteed, but we're not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. Keep silence. Ooh. Ah, so now we're at. So now we're Little Nightmares, which I'm all about. Little Nightmares, but bring action and RPG systems into it. I'm fucking dude. I fucking dude. That's funny. Dude. This is a dream scenario because I don't like horror. I don't like horror games. I don't like any of that. Okay. You know what I like? I like thrilling experiences. I like Elizabeth from the Insidious series because she just holds up her lantern again. These fucking light lanterns, me with lanterns, and she's like, "Hey, ghost, go fuck yourself," and the ghost is defeated, and it's like, dude, she's badass. I love it. Being able to have these moments of bringing the control and I'm forgetting this term. My cat woke me up early in the morning. My mind is foggy. Bringing the agency back, whether it's the horror protagonist making stupid decisions or the goddamn player speed of the Resident Evil games being so slow. I feel like I'm lacking agency in these horror experiences, and I don't like it. I don't like not being able to take shit into my own hands and make smart decisions in these experiences. I want characters acting smart, okay? We've had how many decades of characters acting a fool in these experiences? And Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2 provide great stylized experiences in that horror sense where, okay, you still have some puzzle solving and you still have some agency here. But, as I said earlier, and as I'll keep saying, it is the RPG systems that keep me captivated. In Valheim, there are a lot of scary moments. Specifically, I'm looking at Mistlands when the Yawls when the Yawls get on you. I love Yawl encounters now. I love when the A-bombs come out of the ground in the swamps or the wraiths descend. But then you can kick their ass with skill, with good gear, with good gameplay habits. You can defeat them quite handily too. The Queen in Valheim, that boss, whew, scary shit. Fun time. I love that boss. Probably my favorite. Yeah, definitely my favorite boss so far. Amazing time. So this type of scenario, you give me a Little Nightmares scenario with these RPG-ass systems, bro, I'm into it. We're stealing? Oh. Look at him go! We got the sword out. Dude, I want to engage in combat. Why are we running? Can we get an advantage by pulling a Little Nightmares and maybe we have a Little Nightmares scenario where we trap this enemy in this thing. Like, I remember it was, I forget, I think it was like the dentist or the doctor in the hospital of Little Nightmares 2, where like you put him in the, I forget which one it is. You put one of these guys in like the furnace. You bait him in there, you bait him in the furnace, and then you start up the furnace. and you burn them alive. I want a scenario like that where we think we've won, and the thing just, whatever it is, breaks out. And it's at like fraction HP, maybe half, maybe 3/4 HP. But now we gotta fight with RPG systems. I'm like, oh, I would be in heaven. I would be, after such a sequence, resolving to tactical combat, I would be in heaven with that. I would be so hyped. Interesting in all the followers. We got a variety of climates. Great variety. We got a caravan proper. Got a cockatrice of sort. Look at that thing move. That's sick. Yeah. Oh, it's stuck. Opportunity. Fuck it. Oh, dude, the alternative camera angles, I'm all about it. It looks great. Black Forest, classic. Classic. What the fuck is that? What am I looking at? Bring on. Undead. Okay. Okay. So fire, undead to fire. It's raining, so the fire gets set out eventually, but looks like we have some control with undead and fire. That's always good. And I like that there's some sort of weapon effect on hit. You know, not necessarily the fire aspect, but more like the hit stun. Like the animation makes it the weapon feel like it has legitimate weight. And that's just satisfying. Ooh, throwing one enemy into the next. I like the action systems. I like it. Hello? It's over. Okay. Alright. Very cool. I believe we only saw one melee weapon so far. A couple of guns. I believe things are going to be able to be customized and swapped out. This is definitely an incomplete type thing, so judgment is being reserved. Of course, even just as an art piece, these trailers are magnificent and the style is fantastic. But if we don't get our hands on this goddamn game sometime, I swear to God, I'm not going to be pleased. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and thank you much for watching. I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.